and gentlemen, you've seen the highlights, you've heard the rumors, but now it's time to get the real scoop. We pull back the curtain on the world of sports entertainment and give you the unfiltered truth. From the biggest pay-per-views to the latest shocking headlines, you're locked in for the ultimate wrestling discussion. This is Between the Ropes, only on the Empty the Bench Network. Now, here's your host, Kristie Wilson.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to a brand new episode of Between the Ropes. I'm your host. My name is Kristie Wilson, and I got something really big here that I want to get to before I start doing all the normal stuff that I do. So here we go. The Empty the Bench Network is pleased to announce that the network has surpassed 3,000 watch hours on YouTube. Cheers. And we cannot thank you, the viewers, for your outstanding support in making this milestone possible. Thanks to viewers like you, in the coming days and next week, we will be rolling out all the details about our super chats, super stickers, super thanks, channel membership tiers, perks, merch store, and so much more. We thank you again for your support of the ETB network programming. So for all of you out there who has made this possible for us to reach this goal, thank you, everybody, for that. Thank you. Now let's get down to business. You got the ticker, and here's the big one. And follow the show on social media at BTRETB. And the big one, of course, with the ticker, you can also follow me on X, all that other stuff, the network, the show, you got it. And of course, youtube.com/ETB network. Like I said in the beginning, we've reached the 3,000 watch hour goal. We've surpassed it. And now on to the mega push to 4,000, because that's when it really gets, like, really gets good. So there is all of that. So let's get to the show. And this came up. Yep, she announced it on her Instagram. And if you watched SmackDown last night, yep, you saw Chelsea Green's face. So it was her right eye. She suffered a broken orbital bone on SmackDown last week during her and Tiffany Stratton's match, I think, is against Fatal Influence. Broke the orbital bone, I think, with Fallon Henley. Dropped her pretty bad. And, you know, you saw how blackened her eye was. And it looked like, if you watched it on SmackDown, it looked like Nick Aldis was going to tell Chelsea to give the title back. But Chelsea Green gave probably the most impassioned, beautiful promo of her career, the best one, I think, of her career. She really, I think, really put some sense into Nick Aldis's head, because he's made it clear she will not, and he gave her the title and everything back, you know, but she will be out for several weeks, but will not be stripped of this title. Of course, I think that whole SmackDown segment was exaggerated, was a bit over dramatized a bit, but you know what? She's going to stay a champion. I'm sure she's going to find a lovely bedazzled mask to wear to protect that eye when she gets medically cleared, because she will get medically cleared. And unfortunately, someone who is probably going to end up in the roster wrestler segment came in. Nia Jax clearly didn't give a shit that that a bone in Chelsea's eye area was busted, challenged her, and all that other stuff. So, you know, look, as much as I'm not a fan of Chelsea Green's gimmick, her in-ring character, I'm not a big fan of it. She was the annoying Karen. She had the secret Hervis with Kaylee Ray and Piper Niven being her Secret Service agents, or Slagents as she called them. Let's face it, there's no question the woman worked her ass off to get to a point where she would even be in consideration for an interim title. And now the whole interim thing is very perplexing, confusing. Is she the interim champion or is she the lineal champion? What's going to happen with Rhea Ripley? I mean, meniscus injuries do take a while, and then Rhea's got to go through the process of getting medically cleared. So we're either Chelsea is the actual champion, or we're going to eventually, when Rhea comes back, get a unification match to prove who's the undisputed WWE Women's Champion. But, Chelsea had to let all of us know, and, like I said, she's probably going to get a really lovely bedazzled mask, kind of, to protect that eye when she gets medically cleared. I don't know. I feel like I'm almost afraid when Nia Jax showed up, I'm like, is WWE going to try and screw Chelsea over? I really hope not. I really, really hope not. But, best of luck to Chelsea. I got faith in her. I think she's going to be able to pull this off. I really think she's going to be able to pull this off. Get the mask, get medically cleared, and then get back in the ring and fight off literally any competitor even tries to go after that. And, I hope she does beat Nia Jax and Nia goes to the back of the line, because Nia is what I consider an absolute danger to society. And you know why? Because she's dangerous. So that's enough of that. Another big one that came in, and I think this one really got people talking, was Zilla Fatu. That's right. This dude has been rumored for maybe over a year and a half or so to be going to WWE. Many suspect he would go to the main roster and join his family, joining his cousins, Roman Reigns, Jimmy and Jey Uso, Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, you name it. Hi, Peter. How are you? But it's pretty much what's going on. This dude has been rumored to be, like I said, this guy's been rumored to go to WWE for years. He's been working the independent circuit. I think he's done multiple promotions like House of Glory, for example, working on his skills. We know his family lineage. He is the son of the late, great Umaga, who was well known for his, I think it was face paint, or he had Samoan style tattoos on his face. And yep. This guy, I mean, geez. Zilla is undeniably talented. He debuted coming in. The green one, the green one, the main one is here. Yes, he's here, KB. He's here. Yeah, we know Zilla Fatu's story. He is the son of the late, great Umaga, trained with Booker T and has been doing his thing. Yeah, and he has been doing his thing on the indies and everything. Showed up on NXT this past Tuesday during a match between Cruz Montana, a.k.a. Mike Santana, versus Grayson Waller. And it looks like Zilla wants to do what Roman couldn't do, what Jimmy and Jey couldn't do, what Solo really couldn't do, was win the NXT championship and be NXT champion. Roman never got to do it, and he was part of NXT in the early days when it switched from game show to developmental brand. The Usos, I don't think ever considered going for the tag team belts or even singles competition. We know Solo Sikoa, Jimmy and Jay's real life younger brother, was North American champion, was only held that title for a week. But I think if Zilla plays his cards right and stays in NXT long enough, I don't think he should stay. I think he should stay in NXT for about several months, and then maybe debut on either maybe the Raw after WrestleMania or the SmackDown after WrestleMania. Get ready for another. Oh no, please no, KB. I don't want another Bloodline Civil War. Bloodline has been so overdone, it makes me sick. I wouldn't want Zilla Fatu to be in the Bloodline. I'd want him to go out and be a badass in his own right, do his own thing, create his own legacy. Be Zilla Fatu, not a member of the Anawahi family. Usos debuted on the main. Yeah, I remember I saw the clip, Booger Man, about I think it was the Usos and Tamina debuted, and they took out Natalya, Tyson Kidd, and David Hart Smith. So I remember that. I remember seeing the clip. So there you go. But I think Zilla Fatu is going to try and build his own legacy and first starting in NXT, which I think is honestly smart because he hasn't been on the pro wrestling scene for a long time. He hasn't. So NXT, I think this is smart. He probably knows damn well he is not ready for the main roster. He's not ready for any of that stuff, and maybe he does not want to get caught up in the bloodline vortex. Maybe he doesn't want to, and that's smart on his part because I think he's already got this great. He can have great matches in NXT. He can have matches against Tony D'Angelo, Cruz Montana, Grayson Waller, Miles Bourne, Tavion Heights. He can literally, the whole roster on the men's side, Zilla can just go. He can just go. But what'd I do? Whoops. So there's that. But potential for Zilla, it's unlimited. As far as I'm concerned, in NXT, it's unlimited. On the main roster, he would be limited to what the Bloodline is doing. So I think he needs to stay until at least after WrestleMania. I really think he should. But that's just me. What do you think? Another thing that came up, and I'm honestly surprised by this, is when does this sort of thing happen? When does the New York Post ever write about WWE? I don't think they've written a lot about WWE, at least in terms of wrestling. They don't do a lot of it unless, of course, I'm sure they write about, I don't know, and it's in Madison Square Garden. I don't know. Good luck with that. They're not going to stop. They're not going to stop having children, KB. You know that. I don't think Zilla has any children. Not as far as I know. I'm sure he's got a girlfriend. But I don't think they have... I think he right now, he might be one of the very few members of the Anawahi family doesn't have children. So let me look under... Oh, man. No, he doesn't have... I'm looking this up. He doesn't have children. Absolutely does not have kids at all. So we're good there, KB, unless of course he meets unless he starts dating one of the smoking hot women in NXT that are single right now at the moment. And oh man, I don't even want to think about it. I do not want to think about it. But looks like Zilla has no kids. I'll do a Google search real quick just so. Oh, wait a minute. I lied. I'm sorry. I didn't realize this. He does have one child. Zilla has one kid already. And he has a son. And ironically, the kid was born on Umaga's birthday, which is March 28th. Zilla's little bundle of joy is a year old. So, yep. Damn it. H should go to the Umaga run and do his own thing. Yeah, I said that already. Yeah, I don't think Zilla should go to should not get sucked into the bloodline vortex and he needs to stay away from that right now. So we'll see. But back to this story, the New York Post. When do they start writing about WWE? Well, this is where Nico Campanelli comes in, and he sent me this and kind of thought this and kind of I guess he thought this was funny, to be honest. Which is, I know I have it right here. He sent it to me. Which is, but he thought it was hilarious and he asked me, now we got the Post writing stories. Well, here it is. And like I said, I don't know when they start writing this shit. I have no clue. It's about to be called not WWE. And all I had to tell you is Zilla has a 1-year-old little boy. Yep. That's what it takes. All right. Here's this. The New York Post posted this about 5 days ago, and it's basically the story on New York Post saying WWE feels on the cusp of finally pushing its new wave of stars. It might seem that way, but I'm not 100% certain about it. I really don't. I really do not know, because let's face it, it just seems you have right now, we know about Fatal Influence, JC Jane beating Tiffany Stratton for the United States title. There's definitely a plethora of new stars like I said, Fatal Influence, Tiffany Stratton, and Stephanie Vaquer came back. Julia, but I think Julia's getting shoved out of the way, and eventually her treatment, the treatment she's getting from WWE, is something I may have to address it in another episode. What's happening with her? They should be pushing that woman to the. They should put the rocket, strap the rocket to her, and shoot her, and just push her straight to the damn moon. And she is that talented, but I don't know. They feel the need. I get with Obafemi. I mean, he's got aura, he's got swag, he's got charisma, he's got attitude. He just oozes cool. His strut fucking rocks. I will admit that. I don't like the fact he's getting sucked into the vision vortex with concerning Braun Breaker and Austin Theory. I don't like it. Sure, it sounds like Braun Breaker's willing to do anything to keep the spotlight on him. It's like, dude, are you that desperate? You want to go after the one guy who is more over than anybody? But I get that. You want to push Breaker, you want to push Oba, you want to push Fatal Influence, you want to push Tatum Paxley, debuted last week. And you want to push all these, that you definitely want to push these stars because they deserve, because think about it, Roman isn't going to be there forever. Seth Rollins isn't going to be there forever. The Usos not going to be there. There a lot of them, including the women like Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair. None of these people I mentioned, they're not going to be there forever. They're all going to want to go and do other things, and some of them are, building businesses and creating opportunities for themselves. For when wrestling ends, they have something they can do when wrestling's over. Like, look at Seth Rollins, for example. He's taking like his love of, say, coffee, for example, his and his wife Becky Lynch's love of coffee, for example, and they've created a coffee business that seems to be doing pretty well. They just, I think, launched a new batch of I think some new flavors, that sort of thing, and it's starting to take off. Oh, excuse me. But this has always been a major complaint in the IWC that, WWE doesn't push new stars. You're always pushing the same old people. You're pushing Randy Orton. You're pushing Cody Rhodes. You're pushing Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins. You're pushing all these other people that have been there for literally over a decade or so, and you're not letting all these these new faces really get the kind of opportunities that they deserve. But that's just my personal opinion on that. And let's face it, do I want to see new faces? Yeah, I do. Do I want to see new factions develop that can create excitement? Yeah, absolutely. Like, I love what I see, like Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, Tatum Paxley. I even came up with a name for him, and I submitted it when Charlotte asked what would us fans want to name her, Alexa and Tatum. I said the Poison Crown, which is pretty cool. I think my post is up there. You can go to @WritingCat on X if you want to check it out. Now, another thing that is going on, get out of here. Yeah. What is the deal going on with Bayley? Now, supposedly she has not signed a new deal with WWE. And so supposedly according to the tweet I got from WrestleOps, is when/if she resigns, she's expected back on TV, but until then she remains off TV without a contract being signed. Now, it's either coming up it either expires in the fall or expires early 2027. That's the kind of the mystery going on, because I can ask around and I get conflicting stories here. So it doesn't make any sense. Yeah, run, Bayley, run. I agree with you there, KB. But right now, and then there's another problem that came up, which is, and I got it right here, yeah. It turns out a social media video that she posted showing her training at different locations has a song in it called All In by a group called The Grouch and Elijah. Supposedly this didn't land well with people within WWE. I guess it's the song being called All In, and we've got a AEW pay-per-view event happening in 2 weeks. I will be previewing on the August 29th episode of the show, because it's happening August 30th. And the fact that she's training with different people, including Mercedes Moné, who is in AEW, this supposedly isn't sitting well with people. Look, she's entitled to post whatever she wants. And she can use any type of music she wants. I mean, if she wanted to use, say, for example, a Paramore song, because she's mentioned she would love Hayley Williams, the lead singer of that band, to do her entrance theme or something, do an entrance theme for her or something. That would be really cool. And if Bayley feels that she needs to stay in shape and keep herself out there, then she is entitled to do that. I think this whole story, if this is true, this is people in WWE TKO being petty as fuck. So she and Mercedes are training together. So what? She's training at different locations. She's posting a video with a song on it. Okay, what? You think she's dropping Easter eggs here, indicating, "Fuck you, see you guys later," and no, the door will not hit me in the ass on the way out because I ain't gonna care either way. Like I said, KB. I mean, the way Julia's getting treated in WWE, that's a topic for another show. But just to be clear, I do hate the way Julia's getting treated. I really do. I hate it. Absolutely hate it. But this is ridiculous. I mean, look, if she hasn't signed a contract, and if, say, for example, her contract runs out at some time between now and maybe, because if I remember correctly, Wrestle Dream is coming up in Orlando. Yeah. October 17th in Orlando. If it expires between that, then she's free to go. She will not have any time. She has no time, as far as I know, no time added to the contract. There's nothing stopping her. No non-compete clause, nothing like that. So, honestly, I feel bad for Bayley because I feel like she's done everything. She's accomplished everything. I'm sure there's more she would love to do, but what the hell are you going to do? The company you work for, madam, is being run by a company full of douchebags. I'll just put it that way. That's really what it's all about. So Bayley needs to go. Yeah, Mercedes is a best friend, almost like a sister. I think the thing is, KB, is Mercedes works for the competition. TKO doesn't like the competition. They don't like AEW. They don't like it. They see it as like, oh my God, competition. Oh no. But TKO is basically getting rid of people. Like they're like Sheamus's contract expires and sometime in October. He could show up at Wrestle Dream in Orlando. I mean, I have no idea. But that's just ridiculous. TKO, WWE is being petty as shit. Just let Bayley go. Let her go. And let Julia go, too. They can both go to AEW and kick ass. I don't think WWE can afford to let her go, but then again, there's no such thing as a WWE life agreement. No, there isn't. That's been proven over and over again. There is no such thing. Like, one duo who I will talk about later in the show definitely is a proof that there is no such thing as a WWE lifer anymore. But on a positive note, that's right. Good old JR, king of barbecue sauce, Mr. Jim Ross, underwent successful brain surgery. This, according to his good friend, because Conrad Thompson posted this. He is expected to be back home. I think he came back home yesterday. So I hope, with everything that Jim Ross has gone through, like Bell's palsy, he can't smile. He's had a malignant melanoma or a skin cancer mole removed from his leg. I'm sure he's had a good number of health issues lately. And, this brain surgery, I mean, do I think he's going to come back in the booth? Maybe, I don't know. Then again, I can't see him going to All In London because of the travel. Because I think he lives in Oklahoma, so I don't think he's going to make it to London. I mean, it would be great if you hear him on commentary for the Omega versus Ospreay match and see how and listen to how he reacts to it. But I think the best thing for him is to stay home. Yeah, it might be time to call it a career with Jay. I mean, JR still has a podcast, and he still runs his food company that sells his barbecue sauce, which, by the way, I have tried JR's barbecue sauce. The regular one, they do have a spicy one if you're into the spicy stuff, but the original barbecue sauce, oh my God, it's so freaking good. It's so good. I mean, heck, I've dipped like chicken nuggets and popcorn chicken in that barbecue sauce. It's so good. So good. Yeah, and we love JR. He is amazing. I'm messing around, and I'm gonna get to. Let me go down a little bit here. Another good thing. 1FW Wrestling, you find it on myaew.com, is going to join AEW's Rebel Heart episode of Dynamite, which is September 9th. Maybe, just maybe, since I did talk about Jim Ross in the previous topic, maybe he can show up there. I mean, I see a post picture, do selfies with Rebel, and he seems like, he seems fond of her and all that other stuff. So basically, I love that. But 1FW is going to be a part of this, and they're going to be supporting IMALS, and they're going to be collecting donations at live events, and every dollar collected by 1FW will be matched. I'm going to read the full thing here. So it's support of IMALS honoring Rebel. 1FW has already begun collecting donations at live events. That's awesome. And every dollar collected by this company will be matched through the support of ownership and generous anonymous donors. Oh, I love that. I love that. That is so freaking, that is sweet. The fact they're joining in on this, I love this. I mean, this is so, I mean, goddamn. There we go. So, 1FW, I mean, this, talk about incredible. I think this is honestly just really, really sweet. So sweet of them to do this and to work with AEW. I mean, this is so important. As Rebel was such a, if Jim Ross retires, TK throw the bag at me. KB Mauro Ranallo is right now with Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling. I don't know if he can do both. He might be able to. I'm not sure. As much as I love Mauro, he's like he's my favorite combat sports play-by-play announcers ever. I don't know. We'll see about that. Hey Hassan, how are you? But look, I love this. I absolutely love it. So shout out to everyone. 1FW Wrestling for joining in on this. This is amazing, and I love it so much. Another big one that happened, which is, and I can't believe Nick Morgeson sent me this. I can't believe he did this. So I'm like, well, actually, supposedly, what did I get now? Oh, my hat's amazing. It's Hello Kitty. You can kind of tell it's Hello Kitty with the bow. And because I'm also wearing pink on the shirt, I thought I'd match a little bit, which is a little weird, but neither here nor there. Now, this story coming up, which is a live-action Johnny Bravo movie. Now, supposedly, the tweet Nick Morgeson sent me went bye-bye. I don't know why. Maybe it's just... So I'm going to do a quick search real fast here, because I know the news came out. Oh, yeah. This is actually... I'm going to clarify this real quick here. Yeah. Oh, definitely much love to Rebel. We love Rebel. I mean, my God. But yeah, this was supposed to be happening according to what this rumor did come out. A X account called Hoop Craze posted this, and that's the site Nick found it at. But I'm going to update this, which is John Cena addressed the viral rumor this week by posting an image of Johnny Bravo on Instagram. After fake AI posters and trailers sparked speculation he would star in a live-action adaptation, the claim originated from fabricated movie posters circulating online with no official project confirmed by either Cartoon Network or Cena's representatives. Fact-check articles and fan posts confirming the news was entirely AI-generated content with no basis in reality. God damn it. Well, do something here. Now I'm dead to redo the banner. Because now I had to put in the one thing. Not true. And I just read the Grok overview on X on that. So he's not going to be playing Johnny Bravo. As funny as that would be funny. So I don't know. I do not know. But the Hoop Craze tweet, which I'm sure some people screenshotted this, that was posted 4 days ago. But, something tells me some rumor went out and everyone just went bonkers with it. So that's ridiculous. Yeah, just Hoop Craze, do better. Do better. And besides, I don't want to see Cena in a pompadour trying to sound like Elvis. That would probably sound ridiculous. As a fan of 90s cartoons, yeah, I cannot see John Cena as Johnny Bravo. I can't see women hitting Cena. Nah, I can't either. And so when I saw it, I was like, what the hell? Well, Hassan, I will be previewing Collision tonight, so stay tuned for the end of the show. All right. Now that I got that out of the way. And Nick Morganson, this was not your fault. You didn't know. And I didn't either, so it's nobody's fault here. So I gotta get to this. This is another John Cena related thing. Let's face it. The story, ever since Backlash when Cena announced a John Cena Classic, there really has not been any honest to goodness updates on this tournament that's supposed to use stars from Raw, SmackDown, NXT through voting methods, that sort of thing. It's something that he wanted to do, but right now it just feels as though, they're still saying it's currently a work in progress. We haven't gotten any updates on that. But according to one tweet I found from Women's Wrestling Talk, which they said, report WWE's John Cena Classic still on for this year. Little WWE, yeah. At WWE, then they talk about it, says Fightful Select has a new update. The Cena-inspired tournament is still planned for later this year. December target date has been suggested but could change. Fightful's new report provides further insight into Cena's current WWE contract as he reportedly signed a multi-year deal as an ambassador. So I am honestly, and another person came up with a really good idea to with Survivor Series War Games happening in Houston, with the news that tickets for the Road to Survivor Series War Games tour are going to go on sale on August 21st. Someone came up with a really good idea. I said, I got a feeling that the Kia Center, which is in Orlando, will host Saturday night's main event or the John Cena Classic in December, and please make it happen. So we can only hope that this happens, because you can't announce something and get people excited about it only to just go radio silent on this. I think you should keep us as updated as possible. Like, come up with a website, come up with like locations. They should do Zilla versus Solo in the Cena Classic. Cousins fighting each other. That would not be a bad idea. But then again, I don't see Zilla or Solo going up against each other just yet. I already made my opinion on it when I think Zilla Fatu should come to the main roster. And, oh man. Well, Worlds Collide in Chicago on September 26th just got interesting. Yeah, CM Punk is going to be showing up. Is he going to have a match? I don't know. What is he doing there? I don't know either. I could not honestly tell you, and if I did, my head would probably explode here. But I'm just honestly surprised that this came up. So it looks like I don't know what's going to happen. But we know Worlds Collide is going to have AAA, WWE talent, NXT talent, someone. But this has not exactly gotten the greatest reaction from people. I'm reading a tweet that says, I will never understand why WWE relies on CM Punk, especially in 2026. Punk, yeah, and it goes into the whole, like, Punk is toxic, Punk is a terrible role model. Like, geez, and we hear Kevin Owens say Punk is toxic, Punk is this, Punk is that on SmackDown last night during their promo battle. I don't know. But I'm not sure what the point of Punk being there is. It just, to me, does not make sense. But if WWE thinks it'll get more people interested in going to Worlds Collide, since it is going to be in Chicago, which is Punk's hometown, then yeah, they're going to get one of Chicago's big. They're going to get the biggest star from Chicago on the roster currently holding a belt, which I'm sure he's still going to be undisputed champion after next week when he faces off against Kevin Owens in Toronto. He's still going to be champion by then, so of course you're probably going to want him there, but I know not everybody wants him there. I mean, do I want him there? Probably not. Neither here nor there as far as I'm concerned. But, it's one of those crazy things, really. But, yeah. I mean, I wonder if he's going to run into Paris Del Mal, run into Humberto, Angel Garza, Bronco Nima, Daga, and Carmen Petrovic backstage. I wonder if that'll happen. It's a possibility. Who knows? But on to this one thing I've got to do. It says the weekend's almost over, but the conversation is just heating up. Kick back in the ETB Lounge with Callum McClurg and Nick DiMartino every Sunday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. Join us for our 3-hour live format where we unite the full panel of ETB hosts to break down a pivotal day in sports, from the prestige narratives of major championships and MLB afternoon slates to the chaos of the NBA playoff picture. We cover it all. Whether you're here for the happy hour prestige or the spillage, where we roast the day's biggest blunders and gambling bad bets, the lounge is your home for sports therapy, only on the Empty the Bench Network. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/ETB Network. And we have reached those 3,000 watch hours and are beginning the mega push to 4,000, which is freaking awesome. The counter programming is real, isn't it? Yeah, it is, KB, with All Out happening on that same date. It's ridiculous as far as I'm concerned. I mean, is Punk's presence at this event, Worlds Collide, is it going to have any impact on All Out? I doubt it. I don't think it's really going to have as big of an impact as other people out there may think it does. So, anyway, I got to say hi to 43 people watching me live. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is a big one right here. Now, we all know about the New Day. They did a video vignette. There's other stuff going on. I'll get to the next part of this because it is New Day related. There we go. Yeah, but the New Day reportedly may have officially signed with AEW. Now, if you watch Dynamite on Wednesday, Swerve Strickland came out to interrupt the Hangman Adam Page, Brody King, and Bandito's celebration as the new AEW Trios champions. We know they beat the demand for those titles, Ricochet and the Gates of Agony. Swerve came out, and it looks like since he and Hangman have one of AEW's biggest rivalries in that promotion, I think Swerve sounds like he wants to run it back, and he wants to go after the Trios championships. Problem is, he doesn't have two partners to join him. This is where Kofi and Austin Creed may come into this, because a lot of people online began suspecting that's who may be teaming up with Swerve. Is Kofi Kingston and Austin Creed. No, we don't think they're going to go by the name New Day. I think that's trademarked by WWE, so I know they're going to have to come up with a different name. And, the idea, possibly, of a trios match, now I mentioned I'm going to be previewing All In on August 29th. Swerve and the New Day versus the Elite. Give me what I want. Saying that in your Batista voice there, Katie. No, look, Kofi and Creed are now free agents. They can come to AEW. The tag team division is going to be insanely loaded. Probably the best. AEW is probably going to have the best tag team division in pro wrestling. If you add those two in there, because you already got FTR, the Young Bucks, you've got Motor City Machine Guns, Gates of Agony. If they could get the hell away from Ricochet, I think they could do really nicely. They got a pretty damn good tag team division. So they're Christian Cage and Adam Copeland as well. So there's that. And these two, Kofi and Creed, can really, I think, bring more excitement to this division. I'm sure they can make tag team wrestling way more exciting. And there's something else that ended up showing up was Kofi. However, he's on August 11th, based on what I read, filed trademarks to trademark his actual name, which is Kofi. I'm probably going to butcher this, please bear with me here. Is Kofi Sarkodie Mensah is his actual name, and he's trademarked it because WWE owns the Kingston part of his ring name as well, and his initials KSM are going to be trademarked as well. And I'm sure MJF's going to be fucking pissed. He's going to be like, wait, I thought I was the only wrestler in this company that actually goes by his initials. Too fucking bad. Too fucking bad. Not my fault. I have nothing to do with it. Look, I think this definitely, since I'm sure Kofi probably always wanted to go by his actual name, but he didn't have the rights to. He went by what WWE probably told him to do. Now, I'll get back I'm just putting something in real fast, sorry. But another thing, and I'm going to get back to the other banner real fast here. Hold on. Hey, Lala, you're all right. You don't have to worry. Don't worry. So back to this. Now, there was a story that did come out, and I figured I would talk about this when I decided to take on the topic of the New Day, possibly going to AEW and possibly teaming with Swerve Strickland to possibly challenge Hangman Adam Page, Brody King, and Brodito for those trios titles. This story ended up coming out in Wrestle Ops. So the reason why Kofi and Creed both decided to leave WWE, after each having been there for well over 10 plus years, is TKO asked them to take a 50% pay cut. Please tell me that's fucked up. That has to be the most insanely fucked up thing I've ever heard. Oh. Which two members of the Rascals do you see Kofi and Creed going up against, KB? I think they could go up against either one. Doesn't matter if it's Desmond Xavier and Zachary Wentz, or Myron Reed, Zachary Wentz, or Myron Reed and Desmond Xavier. I don't think it matters. I think it's going to be freaking cool in either way. But yeah, New Day, Kofi and Creed got asked to take a 50% pay cut. These dudes had been with WWE for well over 10 years each. These two work their asses off. Oh, you want to go? Oh, okay, Desmond Xavier and Zachary Wentz. Okay, that might work. But no, back to what's pissed me off about the whole New Day situation. A 50% pay cut? Hello? What the fuck? Oh, Lala, if the New Day going all elite will be interesting. But second, taking a pay cut is it is bullshit, Lala. I agree with you on that one. Because, like I keep saying, they've each been with WWE for both over 10 years each. Well over 10 years each. Both have achieved great success. We know about Kofi's beautiful moment at WrestleMania 35. Hi, Bobby. Yes, preach, Lala. And thank you for liking the video, Bobby. A 50% pay cut. Fuck you, TKO. You ain't shit. You ain't shit. Because let's be fair here. Like I keep saying, these two been in WWE for over 10 plus years. And I do know there was a comment, there's no such thing as a WWE lifer anymore. You know, he's right. I mean, you would have honestly thought Kofi and Creed would have been, I don't know, what's the term, grandfathered in? But TKO is like, get him out of here. Let him go. And Kofi and Creed deserve every dollar that they get, because these guys, with Big E, and even without Big E, been tag team champions across, everything. It's Raw, SmackDown, NXT. They've done it all. They have done it all. If anybody's job asks them to take a 50% pay cut, we will all say bye. Yeah, exactly. You'd be down with the New Day versus the Rascals in a tag team match? But so would KB. He would, Bobby. Oh, Lala. Let me get my 2 cents here. I grew up on Kofi and Xavier when they started the New Day. They made me laugh. They made me laugh too. Because them and Big E, like the perfect trio of gentlemen to form this little group that you thought was all about, unicorns and booty-os and dressing up like Dragon Ball Z characters, especially Austin Creed. I'm not, he's probably, because I'm not going to call him Xavier Woods, because that just isn't who he is anymore. He did his hair one time, and I was like, why is he cosplaying as Goku from Dragon Ball Z? He looked great, though. He looked fabulous. But when Xavier has shown up for the last Dragon, who is the master? Yes, I am old enough to remember that movie, and I have watched it, and it was very, very enjoyable. But like I keep saying, these guys, they deserve every dollar that they get. They've achieved so much in their careers together. Go back and watch Kofi versus Bryan Danielson WrestleMania 35. Who was there for Kofi when he won? Who was with them at ringside? Who gave him the belt? It was Austin Creed and Big E. They were there They cried with him. They celebrated with Kofi's 2 little boys who are now probably all grown up now. And they had the shirts in the box and everything. Like, I mean, it was so beautiful. And I still remember just how insanely happy I was for Kofi when he won, because I got sucked into the whole Kofi Mania thing. And to see these 3 guys just showed genuine love and respect and appreciation for each other, just showed how unbelievably close they got. And they were like brothers. They were family. They became like family. Oh, don't get me started. Oh, no. Oh, no. Yeah, I remember Tamrick. I remember him. But Kofi, Creed, and Big E were like a family. They were brothers in a way. And for TKO to ask Kofi and Creed to take the 50% pay cut is absolute bullshit, when you damn well know they've busted their asses throughout their entire time at WWE to get to where they are, that legendary status. I mean, New Day's going into the WWE Hall of Fame. There's no question about it. No question about it. And, it's just, I'm just upset about what's going on. Do I think Kofi and Creed are going to do well in AEW? God, I hope so. Working with Swerve Strickland, I'm sure they've met him, had conversations with him, and I'm sure when they left WWE, he was probably one of the first people they called and be like, "Hey, like, bro, what's AEW like? Can you give us a clue?" And with Austin Creed, we're going to get a new AEW. If they do, it better be better than the first one. Because don't get me wrong, KB, my husband played Fight Forever, AEW Fight Forever, because I kind of pushed him into getting it because I really wanted it. It's probably the only video game I can say is mine. He played it, and it wasn't bad. It was fun. And Up, Down, Down, I hope it's coming with him, because we know Austin Creed is a massive gamer fanatic. So who knows what's going to happen with that one? We're all upset, but yeah, they do deserve so much better. I just hope Tony Khan and everyone at AEW gives Kofi and Creed what they rightfully deserve. Thank you, Bobby. Thank you. But I'm going to get off this topic because I think I've ranted enough already about it. Yeah, I did not want to talk about this, but I kind of figured, you know what, I might as well, because even though this is the most tired topic that someone like me could ever talk about, SmackDown going back to 3 hours, possibly January 8th, 2027. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you seriously fucking kidding me? Thank you. Thank you, Lala. I'm going to get back to my banner here. Here we go. SmackDown possibly going back to 3 hours, January 2027. What the fuck is this? TK, I mean, TKO, not TK, that's Tony Khan. I like Tony. I mean, I thank Tony Khan every day for renewing my love of pro wrestling. No, TKO, go fuck yourselves. Taking SmackDown back to 3 hours. Okay, I get you want to put in more segments, more opportunities. Come on, make up your fucking minds. You don't like that WWE keeps changing their mind with 3 hours SmackDown? I don't like it either, Bobby, because look, I can deal with watching a 3 hour episode of Raw, but that's normal for them because they've been doing the 3 hour format on Raw for years and years. Even it didn't matter if it was on the USA Network or currently on Netflix. 3 hours is just too long. Then again, they will be throwing tons of, yeah, they will. It's chock full of commercials. You can't watch 3 hours of SmackDown. Hey, I just can't do it because I'm gonna be like, okay, when's the next match coming up? I'm getting bored. I can't deal with this. Well, I can't. And in the world of Keenan and Cal, SmackDown back to 3 hours, why? I think I understand. Yeah, showcase the talents. I get that, but I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna do something here. I'm gonna answer KB's question as to why. Here's why. It's all about money. You get more commercials that way and everything like that. Oh, by the way, TKO. And by the way, Ari Emanuel.
You suck, you jackass.
Ooh. TKO again. I got more for you, TKO.
He's a raw pain in the ass. Because
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Make
TKO.
it make sense to me. Make
3 hours of weekly television. It is too much. TKO, cut the shit like. Yeah, cut the shit. Exactly, just like Jake Cargill used to say in AEW. Yes. I'm sorry. You want to talk about ridiculous? That is fucking ridiculous. 3 hours. Like, I get bored. That's why with SmackDown. I got something else, Lala, that's Price is Right related. Here we go. Listen to this. Okay. I figured you'd get a kick out of it, Lala. Yes, it's the mountain climber, the yodely guy from Mountain Climber. Oh, by the way, Nick Morganson, we need the sound effect when the people are double showcase winners. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That might be another suggestion. I had to get that in there because I'm ripping TKO a little bit. I could do Roast a Company. I could put TKO in that in the segment. I might. I just might. I don't know if I will though. I'm still thinking about it. And so the road to WrestleMania, we're gonna have 3 hours of SmackDown. God, if you're listening, help. Yes. Please, Lord, help us, please. Thank you. I can't do this one. I roasted this guy, and now I'm giving him his flowers, which, you know, I am going to be straight up honest. Lio Rush deserves his flowers. He definitely deserves his flowers. This guy, he is the current Ring of Honor World Television Champion, and just recently, I think it was like a week or so ago. This is the craziest thing. He is the new House of Glory Cruiserweight Champion. He's clearly gotten over. People are really loving this kind of creepy character he's doing. Blackheart Lio Rush. I know he used to do it on the indies a long time ago before he started doing Man of the Hour gimmick and all of that other stuff. But I gotta basically be honest. Lio Rush deserved to be named my Wrestler of the Week. He deserves his flowers. It's fine. And it is fine. And he deserves it because, yeah, he is working really hard. And not really, I mean, he is creepy. It usually depends, really, Bobby. But he's been doing really, really well. And the character has gotten over with, you know, I mean, if he's doing that, you got to admit it, Bobby. At least, you know, Lio Rush is, with this gimmick and it getting over like it is, he is doing his job. And he's doing really good. I've seen some interviews acting normal and, you know, he's cool and all that. But Lio Rush, he's just, people are really liking the creepy character, even though it reminds me of a horror character, and horror is a film genre I am no fan of, and I try to avoid it at all costs because it scares me and I have nightmares. But Lio Rush is really winning people over with this gimmick, and I think he's gonna. I mean, could I see him win a AEW? Oh yeah, I mean, you gotta respect him for doing the work. Yes, it's fine, KB. My reaction to Zilla Fatu on NXT, I was shocked because I wasn't expecting him on NXT. I was thinking he was going to go to the main roster, like God knows how many people out there were predicting. But I think being in NXT is super smart for him. Was that a reaction to me responding to KB, Bobby? If it was, thank you. With Lio Rush, I mean, this guy, if he ever loses the Ring of Honor World Television title, if he does, he should go after one of the AEW, to like the National Championship, the International Championship, TNT. I mean, heck, he could make those. He could have the custom. Okay, thank you. He could do like he's got the I think he's got the Ring of Honor World Television title all completely black to kind of match the Blackheart sort of the Blackheart black heart part of his character. So, he could do that. I think, it's limitless as far as I'm concerned. The possibilities are limitless, endless. I don't know what word I really should use for that, but hey, Lio Rush, you, sir, you creep me out, but I love what you're doing, dude. I love it. It's fun. My opinion is I want to see what Zilla will bring to the table. And see, there's plenty of people on that NXT roster he can have matches with. I mean, it doesn't have to win a title, but he can really be impressive. Imagine if Lio Rush went to Maple Leaf. Oh. Lio Rush and Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling. Oh God. Scott D'Amore, if you're watching this, can you make it happen? It's fine. It's fine. It's here. It's here, all right. Oh, God. Okay. I need to do something here. I gotta hit this.
RELAX.
I'm gonna have to do what Aaron Rodgers says because I'm about to get fired up for this particular reason. Yeah, Mercedes Moné, what are you doing in my Roast a Wrestler segment again? Well, I can give you multiple reasons. One, you're being a bitch. Two, you attacked Willow Nightingale, the current AEW Women's World Champion, while she was being interviewed by Renee Paquette. What did I get? I saw Giselle Shaw has a match against Danny Luna, Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling for the belt on their show. Hey, I'll be watching. You know, it's fine, KB. Now, listen to me roast this bitch because it's fine. Okay. You're wondering what the hell is Mercedes Moné doing in the Roast a Wrestler segment again? This is not the first time she's been in this. I bitched about her months ago when she was carrying around 80 gazillion title belts and burying literally every woman she would fight for them. Get the tea ready, Lala. Okay. Oh, Lordy. Mercedes. You attacked Willow. Strike one. You attacked Willow while she was being interviewed by Renee Paquette. You made fun of her logo smile anyway. And that's something you don't know shit about. Let's face it. You are the same bitch who along with Naomi, left WWE after you were told to basically, when you were not given the opportunity to defend the WWE women's tag team belts, and you walked out and you said, fuck you. Now, I can respect you for standing up for yourself, but then you go to WWE, then you go to AEW. You beat Willow for the TBS championship at a Double or Nothing 2024, held the fucking title hostage for 584 days while you're going off competing for other belts. Yes, Willow does need to win it all in, I agree. I'm getting to that part. And now you're going to try to make, again, like 2024 Double or Nothing, to make Willow Nightingale a transitional champion and drop the belt to you at All In London. And you want to win the damn Owen Hart Cup tournament, bitch. That belt is a trophy. It's AEW's way of saying, congratulations, you won the Owen Hart tournament. Here's part of your prize. The other part, you get to challenge whoever the Women's World Champion is. I know, Bobby. Let's face it, Mercedes. I don't know what to say about this except, bitch. I hope to God you don't win it All In. I am previewing this event in 2 weeks, August 29th. I will be previewing All In, and I will make an official prediction on your match against Willow. Do I think Willow should lose that belt to you? Hell no. I don't want to see her as a transitional champion. That isn't right. That is not fair to her, and that's not fair to us fans. Because let's face it, Mercedes, yes, you seem to be obsessed with making history, being the best women's wrestler in history. But guess what? There are other women who probably work harder than you, but have had more experience than you, who go off, do everything possible, do everything for like Tekla, Julia Hart, and Sky Blue are currently working their butts off in Japan right now. Shit. You have women like, I bet Giselle Shaw, the current Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling Canadian Women's Champion, would beat your fucking ass if given the opportunity. I bet Giselle Shaw could kick your ass. I bet Deonna Purrazzo could kick your ass. I mean, I already have a feeling Athena, if you challenged her for the Ring of Honor Women's World title, that would be the only time I would ever pick Athena to win, because I would rather have her kick your ass than anything. Other than that, I am hoping and praying to God you do not win it All In. Willow deserves better than that, and I hope to God she beats you really, really bad, because I would like to see you get humiliated again, just like Toni Storm did last year. I bet Dani Luna could kick Mercedes' ass. That's why I also mentioned Giselle Shaw, too. I think she could do it, too. But Mercedes, fuck you, bitch. You ain't shit. And you better not win that belt. And like I said, I will be previewing All In on August 29th, because that event happens on Sunday, August 30th. So let me get to AEW Collision preview. I know someone was asking about it, but our Hassan Shotzi? Yeah, Shotzi could do it too. Oh, Mercedes better stay away from Maple Leaf or better stay away from Major League Wrestling, because that's Shotzi is the women's champion there. All right, I got to get to AEW Collision preview. I have the card. I just got to pull it up on my phone because I did save it. All right, I am going to be highlight. There's a good number. It looks like a good card. I'm going to preview 4 matches, because 3 of them involve the Continental Cup, which we know the final will take place at All In London. Roderick Strong versus Kyle O'Reilly. I feel bad for these two, because they're going to have to beat each other up, and I'm sure they're going to put the friendship on hold and do that. Katsuyori Shibata versus Nigel McGuinness. Roderick Strong versus Kyle O'Reilly has me conflicted. I'm not going to make a pick on that one, but I am going to pick Nigel McGuinness beating Katsuyori Shibata. And then Brian Cage versus Hechicero. Brian Cage is a monster, so I think he's gonna win that one. And then before the potential trio of Swerve Strickland, Kofi, and Austin Creed possibly show up, we don't know if they will. I hope we never see Mercedes in Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling. Yes, she should stay away. Definitely stay away. Right, back to this one. Last match I'm highlighting here before Swerve and possibly the New Day show up. If they do, if it's an All In for a trios title match, then fine. Hangman and Page, Brody King and Bandito are going to put the trios titles on the line versus Jay Lethal, Lee Johnson, and Blake Christian, a.k.a. the Lethal Twist. So those are 3 matches. Mercedes Moné is on this card. I'm not going to talk about her, because I already roasted her, and I don't need to give her more attention than she's probably already getting. So, ooh, goddamn. But that is your AEW Collision preview. It show's going on right now. Check it out on TNT and HBO Max. So let me get back up here. So again, this is your ticker right here. You follow this show. You can follow this network. You can follow me. Or you can follow the show on social media at BTRETB. And of course, youtube.com/ETB network. Again, thank you to all the viewers for helping us reach the 3,000 watch hour goal. Much appreciated. And we are now officially making the mega push to 4,000 watch hours, where everything is, once we achieve that, it's going to be fantastic. And hopefully more good things are going to be happening. So thank you, KB, Bobby, and Lala. All of you. Thank you. Everyone in the comments, like I mentioned, Bobby, KB, Lala, Peter, Hassan, all of you. Thank you for the comments. 48 people watching. I know. Got a pay-per-view coming. I'll be previewing in 2 weeks and all of that. But there is going to be more stuff happening. So let's get out of here. So thank you, everyone, for watching. And I will see you folks next week. Wait a minute. Thank you, Lala. So then again, thank you, everyone, for watching. And I'll see you next week with a brand new episode of Between the Ropes. So I will see you folks next week. Bye-bye.